I hope for the sake of the nation that he doesn't express interest in the next election. Because for me as a leader, if there was any proof that he was unfit to lead that country, it's in the conduct which he encouraged among such group, as one. It means that they've already declared themselves incompetent to lead such an entity. Well, his followers. I know for a fact, and I can give you an instance which proves that he was in control. Because when he first came to visit me, he did come at one time.
That's correct.
So he brought him. And I watched him. I watched his action, his body language. He seemed to be very conciliatory. But I remember the moment when he took out his computers, something, and after he made a statement like, "Oh, don't worry, everything, will be taken care of. You don't have anything to worry about these people." He was talking about the quote-unquote obedience. I remember he took out his computer, his phone, and he tapped, a message, there. And he shot me. I was watching him very closely. I didn't say a thing. And after that, everything seemed to be, to be nice and cozy.
So he really did, yes.
And I saw and I read his statement about that meeting afterwards. The statement was a contrast to what actually happened, what we discussed. And I mentioned it in my response when somebody said, I can't remember what he wrote, but anyway, it was a misrepresentation of what happened. And I made sure that I put a statement out saying, no, I'm sorry, this is not what was said. This language never came into it. On the contrary, this is what happened. And so when I meet somebody who is incapable, even at a meeting which is supposed to be conciliatory, of being completely honest, I look at that person, and so I smiled myself. And of course, when I got to Stellenbosch and I was asked a question about this, I repeated exactly what had given, quote-unquote, given offense. Only this time I made it even stronger. I said, Peter Obi did not win this thing. So I led them again to go on the rampage. That's that. So and there were witnesses at the meeting. You don't take my word. Don't take my word for it. There were witnesses at the meeting.
Yes.
He came with two people, and one person was, and I said, ask them. The statement he put out was not a reflection of what went on at our meeting, at that meeting, which I very reluctantly considered. It was special for me not even to allow him into my house. I said, well, no, let him come and say what he wants to say. I want to see him face to face, study him, leave him an opening, and then act on them. So that's it. I wasn't